Have you continuously tried to become a funded trader with a prop firm, however keep failing the challenges? I just failed not one, but two funded trading challenges, and I'm already a funded trader with FTMO. So today I want to discuss exactly the mistakes that I made on these two funded trading challenges that I failed, being a funded trader already, and what I've learned from this and how you too can pass your very next funded trading challenge. What's going on, guys? My name's Thomas. I'm a funded Forex trader with FTMO. Like I mentioned earlier, I recently just failed my last two attempts with a funded account with another prop firm called Lark Funding, and today we'll be running over the mistakes I made in these two challenge attempts and what I've learned from this and what you can do to make sure that you pass your very next funded trading challenge. A bit of background on the firm that I was attempting to become funded with. I have mentioned it on previous videos, but there is another firm which I really like called Lark Funding, and the reason I like Lark Funding's prop trading challenges is that there isn't any time limit in place. Most funding challenges like FTMO and my Forex funds will have a time limit in place, which means that the profit targets that you're required to hit on the trading challenge need to be hit within a designated time. However, with Lark Funding, there is not any time constraints, so it can take as long as you like to be able to hit that 10% profit target that they require to become a funded trader. Now, on top of this, it's just a one-step verification rather than a two-step like FTMO and my Forex funds are, so it just cuts down that time and the profit targets required, because you obviously need to hit the two different targets within the challenges. You only just need to hit the one, so it definitely cuts down the time and obviously removes that time constraint when you are looking to become a funded trader. Now, as you can probably tell from the background, I'm not in my usual spot that I normally make these videos. I'm actually up in Lapland in Finland, hence the snow in the background. We don't get this kind of stuff in Australia, and the reason why I decided to go with Lark is because I was obviously traveling and time constraints with what I'm doing and traveling for the next couple of months. I just didn't think it probably matched what my current lifestyle is, and I still wanted to increase my funding on my trade, and I already have a funded account with FTMO, so I thought let's give a Lark one a crack. So I just took my first challenge just before I took off around mid-October last month. So we'll run through exactly the first challenge I went through, the mistakes I made in this challenge, and what I've learned from that first, and what you can too. So for the first one, took it in mid-October. I had a really good start on that account, and I actually lost this account through a maximum daily drawdown limit rather than an actual loss on the account. And what I mean by this is that my account at its highest point was up 6.6%, so I was actually only 3.4% away from being a funded trader with Lark. And then I went through a streak of losers, and unfortunately some of these losers were large, what I call 1R losers, so my maximum loss, and on this account I was taking 1% risk per trade. And with Lark Funding, they have a maximum daily drawdown limit of 4%. So I took 5 losing trades in a row, and 4 of those were 1% losses, so obviously I hit my maximum drawdown. And this was the annoying part, because the account's still sitting there. It's obviously closed now because I hit that maximum drawdown limit, but it's still up 2.4% or whatever it is, so it is frustrating to see that I did make a profit on that account, but unfortunately I didn't meet the rules with the maximum amount that you're allowed to lose on one particular day. And I definitely took a lot of lessons from this, and it was mainly around exposure in currencies. So I had 5 trades in the market at once, and they were all against US dollar pairs. So the way I normally trade is I trade what I see. So I don't have any rules when it comes to exposure. If I have 6-7 trades on the same pair, I'll take 6 and 7 trades. And what I've learned and the way I've tested and back tested my system is that I'm profitable over time no matter what the market conditions are and no matter what the opportunities that arise in front of me. I shouldn't be picky with the opportunities I have. As long as they meet my trading plan and my rules, I have to take the trade. So 5 trades lined up, they're all in the same currency, so the rules are you take each and every one of those 5 trades. And this has happened before. I've had in my personal live account, I've made a video I think about previously where I think it was about 6 or 7 trades on one particular day, and thankfully, for my sake, they're all profitable trades. We've seen the positive side of trading this way, and unfortunately, we saw the negative side of trading this way when it comes to my Lark account. So what I've learned is that if you're taking these challenges and you have multiple different trading opportunities align on one particular pair, you really need to be focused on your exposure in that market, because if something happens drastically, like what happened with my 4 of my 5 trades, taking a complete swipe in a matter of hours and taking these large 1R losers, you're just going to blow your account straight away. So looking back over it, and what I've done for my next challenge and what I've done with my future is that if I have over 3, so I have 4 trades in one particular pair, I'll look to reduce my exposure in that particular market. So the risk and my reward would be minimized, but I'm obviously reducing the amount of exposure that I have and the risk that I have in that particular market. And that's what you really should be doing and shifting your mindset when it comes to trading. You should be thinking of yourself as a risk manager. How can I lose as little money as I possibly can. It's not all about making money, it's about protecting your capital, particularly when you're trading other people's money as well. And it's a mind shift that I've had to learn with my FTMO trading account, and we've taken on private clients, is that I'm not risking my own money. It's separate from myself. And when it comes to myself, I'm not as risk sensitive. I'm happy to take a bit more risk because, you know, if I don't succeed, it's my own backing. But if you trade other people's money, there's obviously going to need to be risk parameters in place, and you need to be looking to be a little bit more risk adverse. So with changing your mindset and shifting your thinking to being a risk manager and reduce the amount of risk by removing the exposure I have in that one pair, if this was to happen again, I'll obviously be able to reduce the amount I would have lost, and I wouldn't have had blow my account in the way I have, and I may still have that account and be a funded trader now. But the second thing I also learned during this is trading around news. So again, personally, in the way that I've tested and the way that I have written in my trading plan is that I'll trade through all different news events. News is one of the biggest market movers in the foreign exchange market, and the way that I usually trade is I'll trade through any news event. So I don't pick and choose which news events I'll remove myself from the market from. However, what happened was during the time that I had these 5 trades aligned was that FOMC, which is one of the bigger news events that come out of the US, was announced, and this resulted in dollar weakness, and the 5 trades that I had aligned were all positive in the dollar. So this is what caused the big movement, and obviously took me out of my trades and hit my daily loss limit. So with Lark, they do have an option to trade with and without news. You can pay extra to be able to trade through news, and I did pay extra to be able to trade through news because that's just the way that I trade. However, looking back, I probably shouldn't have done what I did. I should have looked at removing myself from the market about 15 minutes prior to the news events. And I have previously traded this way. A previous strategy that I used to trade, I didn't trade through news. It's just the one I've traded for the last 18 months. So I just haven't thought about news because in Australia, most of the news events will occur during the evening, normally when I'm asleep. So I just thought the easiest way without having to create some sort of EA or some sort of indicator was just to trade through the news, and there wasn't much of a difference between the profitability of trading with and without. It's just the equity curve's a bit smoother when it comes to trading without news, and that's because of the volatility that news events can create. And it doesn't always happen. You know, not every news event, not every high impact news event will have a massive push in the market, and you know, more often than not, you'll probably be on the positive side when it comes to the news. However, again, it's flipping the perspective of the way you look at the market and thinking of yourself as a risk manager when it comes to trading other people's assets. And unfortunately, in this event, it's resulted in me hitting my daily loss limit. So that's how I failed my first challenge, and I basically failed the challenge on my way overseas. So once I got overseas, I decided to take my second challenge attempt with Lark, and this went a little bit differently. I actually hit my maximum loss limit. So I think it's about 5 or 6% with Lark. I took 18 trades on this account, and 16 of those trades were losses. So it was a pretty crappy time to trade. Thankfully, I didn't blow my funded FTMO account, and my personal account's all okay as well. But my Lark funded trading account was unfortunately put into the negative. So I did learn a couple of lessons from this as well, and mainly was involving traveling and trading. And what I learned was that you need to prepare yourself before you head away. I just assumed that I'd be able to get access into my trading accounts wherever I am in the world, and 99% of the places I've traveled so far, I've been able to get on my phone and be able to use my MT4 account, my computer as well. But I flew and transited via Doha on my way to Paris, and unfortunately in Doha, for some reason, I couldn't get access into my trading accounts. I tried using VPNs, which were all blocked. My normal account just wouldn't get access. So I unfortunately just sat there and watched a 3.5% trade play out and wasn't able to take part of it. And if I was able to take that trade, it would have made a massive difference, and I probably would still have that account being able to be traded. But unfortunately I missed the trade, and you can't pick and choose when the trades that you miss, and unfortunately that was a pretty substantial winner. And on top of this, I have been traveling and trading and done my fair share of partying while I've been away, so I have actually missed another 3 trades while I've been away. 1 was a loss and 2 were winners, and another 2 pretty substantial winners in the 1 to 3% mark. So these trades, if I was involved, I'd be looking at this Lark Funding challenge a completely different way. So the lesson learned here is the market doesn't wait for anyone. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, you need to continue to trade consistently to be able to take profits from the market and be a successful trader. You never know the trades that you're going to miss, whether they're going to be winners and losers. I've had streaks of missing trades before, and it's gone loss, but unfortunately this time I've probably had the other side of the of the spectrum when it comes to missing traders, and I missed some pretty substantial winners that may have even gotten me a funded trading account now. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world, try to create good habits and habits around trading. You can still go and do the things that I've been doing and traveling and partying and seeing the world, but it's just creating that consistency and that routine in what you do to ensure that you don't miss these trades, to ensure that you continue to be a profitable trader. Otherwise, you're going to have the same result as what I have recently. And I think one of the positives that I took out of this, and what you should be really doing with these challenges, is taking the lessons that you've learned and applying that for your very next one. Don't feel down that you failed a challenge. I'm already a funded trader and I'm still failing challenges. Everyone fails, and with these failures, it's the lessons you take out of it that make you a better person and a better trader. So don't be downed by the loss of money that you took on the challenge or the fact that you failed on the challenge. Continue to try and try harder. If you feel deep down that you are in a position and you are comfortable with your trading and you believe that you are successful and you are a profitable trader on your personal accounts, don't be down by the fact that you fail these challenges. They're challenges for a reason. They're meant to be hard, and the reason these companies make so much money is through people failing the challenges. So they're not set up for you to succeed. They're set up for you to fail more than likely for most of these firms. So don't be down, continue to try and try again, and reflect on what you've done. Journal your trades, journal what you've done, journal what you missed, and take the lessons from the failure to your very next challenge. And that's what I've done across my 2 failures so far, and I probably won't be looking to take another trading challenge until I get back home. I'll just focus on trading my personal and my FTMO account until I get back into a position where I'm in my optimal state of trading. But one of the positives I did take out of it was the fact that I took 16 out of 18 trades were losers, and it took me 18 trades to be able to hit a 5 to 6% drawdown. A lot of these losses were little and marginal losses, so what I did well during this account, even though I missed some significant winners, that I cut my losses short, and I was able to take 18 trades before I hit the maximum drawdown limit. Whereas in my previous challenge, I took those 5 trades, the 4 were 1% losers, and therefore I blew my account within a matter of 5 trades. However, with this one, it took me 18 trades to be able to finally fail that account. So that's everything, guys. They're the lessons that I learnt from my 2 failed trading challenges. Take notes from the mistakes that I made to ensure that your very next challenge doesn't end up the same way as my last 2 have, and hopefully all our next challenge attempts will be ending in a funded trading account. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you did enjoy the video, please make sure to hit subscribe, smash that like button. Thank you again. I look forward to seeing you next time.